I like to bid a shalom to the bride of the Messiah, a shalom to the 144,000, and a shalom shalom to the nation of Israel. In the Hebrew tongue, we say Yisrael because you bear the Father name. And YAHUAH is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. Today, the title of this word is the Sevenfold Course in 19 Years. Enoch Formula of YAH. Now, what you see before you, my brothers and sisters, is an example. Like I said, the heavens will be a witness unto us to prove unto us what Enoch wrote unto us in his first, second, and third book. And a lot of people think the sevenfold course of the moon in 19 years came from the YAH, the converts, the Jewish people who the Bible called the synagogue of Satan today, because they follow the Talmud, right? Now, I have to make this clear. We know there are different sects among them. So I'm not saying it's every one of them, but I'm saying the majority are known to follow the Talmud. Okay? So I love how my Father in heaven always give us confirmation. He give us his witnesses, and he give us proofs. Enoch, in Enoch's writings, you will learn that he talks about the sevenfold course of the moon in 19 years. And you're probably asking, what do sevenfold mean? What it means is that the moon the heavens will produce an extra moon 7 times in 19 years. And then the cycle will start all over again. And the Father's reminded me, I need to bring up that sheet so you can see where the next 19 years begin. Let me see how to do this. Okay, sorry about that. I had to find what I was looking for. Okay, but let me start out. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know what this thing was doing. I was like, what in the world? All right, you know how devices are. And the Father reminded me before I go further into this topic about the sevenfold course of the moon in 19 years. I need to show this in case, if I offend any copyright laws, because I will be using an article. All right. So take this time to pause your screen to look at that. And then to look at this. All right. Now let's go back. Thank you, Father. All right. So today you will get to understand about what Enoch is talking about the sevenfold course of the moon in 19 years. And this is a circuit of the moon. It does this for 19 years. And then it starts all over again for another 19 years, where the heavens will produce an extra moon, known as the 13th moon, or a dark 2, so the moon can stay in the correct seasons for the 3 solemn feast days. And the 3 solemn feast days that I'm talking about are Pesach, Passover, Pentecost, Shavuot, Feast of Tabernacles, Sukkot. Those are the 3 solemn feast days, and they have to fall in the correct season, which are spring for Passover, summer for Pentecost. Remember, the wheat and the grape are only ripe in the summertime. Remember, the heaven and earth work together. The heaven showed a sign, and the earth manifested, bringing forth proof for the seed at its due season and time. Then for fall, we have Sukkot. Okay? If you keep a record of the Most High calendar, you will see what I'm talking about. And that's what he taught me. If you write out what he's saying and you go in the heavens, when you go out and observe the heavens and observe the earth, you will understand what the Father is saying to us. You understand his prophets. Okay? I'm recording. Okay? I told you that before. I hear you. I told you that before. Are you recording right now? Yes, I'm recording. I'm recording. So, this go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. Could you stop the record? No, I can't. Start over. I can't stop over. I'm not going to start over. I'm going with the flow of things. So just do as I asked you to do. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that, my brothers and sisters. Okay. Let me see what else I was about to say before I got distracted. It was something about to say, y'all, but I'm trying to remember. Let me get back on track. When you study his calendar, you know, his calendar teaches you many things, not only about his holy days, but it also teaches you the purpose of Adam. When you go back in Genesis and you read, what was the purpose? What was Adam's job or office to do in the earth? He was to what? Sow the earth. So the calendar would teach you about agriculture. Okay. And I love how the Most High way is so simple. His way of life for us, Adam, Israelites and Gentiles, is better than what we're going through now. In this world of darkness that we are in now, we have too many burdens on us. People are stressed out. They can't pay for stuff. So when you read the prophet writings and you learn about the new kingdom to come, the Father is going to take all this away. This is why we're going to enter into his rest, because his way of doing things, his way of living will be so much better than what we're going through now. See, what he gives unto us is free. Okay. But in this world of darkness that Satan has control over because of what happened with our foreparents, Adam. Okay. This is why we are burdened. Okay. This is why we became his servants. And the only way to release yourself from Satan, you know, from Satan being over you, you have to enter into the new covenant. And when you read the whole word, you begin to understand why the second Adam had to come, who is the Messiah, Yahusha HaMashyach, for he's the Son of God. And he set the example, and he set us free. And he also set the captives free from Sheol. So I know I'm going off from the subject a little bit, but I just want to bring that to your attention, because a lot of us are just focusing on the calendar on paper, but we're not going out and applying the calendar to the heavens and the earth to ensure that, you know, we're doing this correctly according to his instructions. Okay, let us get back on track. So earthsky.org did an article in the month of May in the year of 2016, giving us an example of what that means. Okay, and what you see before you, this is my Facebook page. It is under the Yahuwah's calendar. I'm going to shut my door because there's a lot of noise coming from my sitting room. Hold on. Sorry about that. No, I ask you like when you're raising your children. Okay. So they gave us an example in the year of this article in May the 21st. Shut the door behind you for me. In the year of 2016, when you look at, I'm going to have to scroll down because I want to make this real simple and straight to the point. We had 4 full moons to occur in the spring season. Okay. And that's not the norm. When I say the norm, usually you only have about 3, you know, in the spring season. Okay. Not 4. But this is an example how the heavens will produce an extra moon. And when I say, and we have to look at the sun year to see this, Okay, excuse me. Not the moon circuit. Okay, in other words, we have to take the moon circuit and place it in the sun circuit to see how we have 4 moons to occur in the spring season. So let me scroll down. I'll pause the screen if you want to read all that, but I want to kind of get straight to the point because I don't want to hold you up. Okay. Also, the video description box, what I will do, I'm going to post the link to the article of earthsky.org. Okay. And I'm going to also post, let me see. If I don't post the link to my Facebook page for Enoch's writings on this, then I will give you the chapter so you can read it for yourself. But just check the video description box for the resources. Okay. Now, this is what earthsky.org wrote. It says in this article, rather, the May 21st full moon is the third of 4 full moons to fall within the same season. To astronomers, a season is the period of time in between a solstice and an equinox, or vice versa. So what they're saying here, like I said before in a prior video, you have to know when spring begins and ends, and when summer begins and ends, etc. How we know this? Enoch tells us. Spring begins the day after the equinox, okay? And it ends on the day of the summer solstice, okay? Go and read Enoch's writing, you'll see why, okay? I want you to hear this. Spring begins the day after the equinox, okay? And it ends on the summer solstice, okay? Therefore, your first day of summer will begin after the summer solstice, okay? And if you don't understand, you can look at the past calendars of YAHUAH calendar, because we haven't gotten there yet for this year. But look at 2019 to 2020, and you will see an example of what I'm saying, because on the calendar, I do have the 3 lights up there, which is the sun, the moon, and Mazzaroth, and you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's keep reading. This full moon is the third of 4 full moons to take place in between the March 2016 equinox and June 2016 solstice. In both instances, the blue moon is a calendar oddity caused by the 19-year metonic cycle. Okay, I want to pause there. Remember, the heathens got their own terminology for things. And some of this knowledge came from the Most High prophets, came from his word. Okay, so Israelites, do not allow their words to hinder you to know the truth. You have a copy of the 1611. Look at the almanac and see where they got this information from. Did he not give us his prophets? Okay, let us keep going. So what they basically saying that they have 4 full moons to occur that is caused by this 19-year cycle that this moon go through. Let me keep reading. There are 235 full moons in 19 years. How they got this number was, okay, let me keep reading so I'm reading ahead. There are 235 full moons in 19 years, yet only 228 calendar months, or 76 3-month season. Okay, so what they're saying to you, how can you have a total of 235 moons, full moons, in 19 years? When you do the math, you know, we have what? Usually a moon will have 12 months, okay? And if you take 12 times 19 years, that's how they got 228. But because the heavens produce an extra moon, there's 7 extra moons that are produced. You take 7 and add to 228 and you get 235. That's what they're saying unto you. Okay, so let us keep reading. Therefore, it's inevitable that 7 out of 19 years will feature 2 full moons in 1 calendar month. And it's also inevitable that 7 out of 19 years will have 4 full moons in 1 season. So this article is giving you an example of what Enoch is talking about an extra moon being produced 7 times in 19 years. This is how we get the 13th moon, known as Adar 2. Okay? In the comment section, I do want to give you the dates of these 4 full moons in that year. And that occur within the solar year. When we take the moon circuit and overlap with the sun circuit, okay, this is the dates. The full moon occur on Adar 14th, on Abib 14th, on Ziph 15th, and the next full moon occur on June the 20th at 2:02 p.m. in Arad, Israel. Okay, and the summer solstice is on June the 21st at 1:34 a.m. in Arad, Israel. Therefore, that date will fall on June 20th to June 21st from sundown to sundown. That full moon will fall on in June 19th to June 20th. Okay, make sure I'm looking at this correctly. Summer solstice will be June 21st at 1:34 a.m. in Arad, Israel. So the date of that would be the 20th to the 21st from sundown to sundown. The date of the moon would be, because it occurred on June 20th at 2:02 p.m., that would be from the 19th to the 20th. So it would be a day before the summer solstice. So we can see how that falls when we look at those two circuits. I do want to apologize because I should have brought the calendar up for the year of 2016. Hold on. Let me see. Can I do that for you? You can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm back. I got it on the screen that I need. So I'm going to click on this picture because when you go in the Most High Calendar part on my Facebook page, I did have to make a correction because I had a mathematical error dealing with one of the months. So also you have to check the comment section because with Facebook they don't allow you to go and switch the picture out. So that's where I'm at in my Facebook page. But to see what I'm talking about, okay, this is from 2015 to 2016. Okay. I'm trying to see how I can get you to see Adar 2 because Adar 2 won't be seen in this one. Hold on again. Oh yeah, it will be seen in this one. Okay. So basically, I'm trying to make sure. I got to go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me put your hold in. I got the wrong one. Okay, I'm back. Now keep in mind, this is not the corrected calendar. It's somewhere in my comments on one of these calendars I got listed in my Facebook page. However, the day of the full moon is corrected. But when you look here, that's what I'm talking about. We had the summer solstice, not solstice. We had the spring equinox on the 11th day of the moon in Adar 2, March to April in the year of 2016. So that full moon came after which it fell in the spring season. Then as you see as the next full moon, which I don't have highlighted in this one, like I say, you will have to go either on my YouTube page if it's not listed on my Facebook page to get the remainder of the calendar report. But that full moon will fall on the 14th day of Abib, which fell in the month of April to May in the year of 2016. So that was the second full moon that fell in the spring. And I'm going to put you on hold again so I can find you the remainder of that calendar. Okay. Okay. Sorry about it, y'all. Just had a hard time finding the rest of that year. And the reason is I have lost everything, my brothers and sisters. So a lot of my documents and stuff I don't have, so I had to, like recruit what I had access to. So I do apologize, because when you are explaining things, it's very good to be able to show it to you where you can see what a person's talking about, and I do apologize. But nevertheless, we'll keep going on. So in the year of 2016, we had a full moon to occur in the spring season after the equinox, which fell on the 11th day of the moon in the dark too. So that was one, and that was in the month of March and April. Then we have a second one to occur in spring in the month of April to May in the year of 2016, that fell on the 14th day of the moon. And when I go back to my notes here, then the third one happened on Ziph in the second month of the Most High calendar, and it occurred on the 15th day. And I can't remember on the top of my head what day the moon, the fourth full moon, occur in the third month, okay, of the Most High calendar, and that third month is known as Zivan, okay, and that occurred a day before the summer solstice came in, okay, which still fall in the spring season, okay. So I do apologize for that. Now I want to take you to, where I want to take you now. Let me go to my notes right here. That's where I want to take you at. Okay. In Enoch, you will find where he talks about this sevenfold course. And this is second Enoch. You will find it in chapter 16. Okay, and that started at verse 1, ending at verse 8. Okay. Now, sacredtext.com does have a copy of second Enoch, and it's free unto you, my brothers and sisters. Take this time now to pause your screen, because I'm not going to read all of this for the sake of time. This is something you can read and meditate on and get connected to the Father to get understanding of this. But you would go to www.sacred, with an ed on the end, you see, -text.com. And just type in Enoch and see, because remember, it's 2 copies of Enoch. If you are having a hard time to find it, I'm going to post this link in the video description box so you can have, okay? But when you scroll down, and we'll see where to read at, let's see. I'm going to read a part where it talks about the quarter, because actually the sun year is 365.25, and when you check the Gentile records, they get 365.24. This is the law that's established in heaven to give us understanding why that decimal number, or that quarter number, is not added until the 4th year. So we're going to start at verse 5. The quarter of a day is omitted for 3 years. The 4th fulfills it exactly. Therefore, they are taken outside of heaven for 3 years and are not added to the number of days, because they change the time of the years to 2 new months towards completion, 2 other towards diminution. Okay? Let me read this again. Therefore, they are taken outside of heaven for 3 years and are not added to the number of days, because they change the times of the years to 2 new months towards completion, to 2 others towards diminution. So you see why the Father ordered this, made this a law in heaven, not to add the quarter time of the sun, because it would change, it would affect time. Okay. Verse 7, and when the western gates are finished, it returns and goes to the eastern to the lights, and goes thus day and night about about in heavenly circles, lower than all circles, swifter than the heavenly winds and spirits and elements and angels flying. Each angel has 6 wings. It has a sevenfold course in 19 years. So I'm just reading a part of this, okay? But now we begin to understand why the sun has 366 days in the 4th year. That quarter is not added. And to get more understanding, you can read about tropical year, because the Gentiles do talk about tropical year. This is looking at the actual circuit of the sun. Okay. This is what you see me on the year in summary sheet, comparing the tropical year to what I got, because I'm still working on finding something more accurate to know when the sun entered into Mazzaroth, or when the sun entered into the 12 signs. Okay, right now what I'm using is like an estimate to give me an idea. So this is why I go on timeanddate.com and get what they have for the tropical year and compare the numbers to see how close I come to. Okay, let me see here. And it's also talk about the EPAC, and we ought to talk about the lunar EPAC. That's another formula that the Most High has given to the prophet Enoch to teach unto us. Okay, and it is some information about the sun and the moon. You read further down. Okay, so let us review again. So I want to make sure you understand this. I'm gonna put you on pause. So let's go back to the beginning. Guess what, y'all? All praises to the Most High. I was able to find it. That's why I really want you to see this, because if you like me, I'm a visual person too. I have to see it. So let me scroll back. I don't know what album this is in, but anyway, okay. Here's the calendar for the year of 2016. And we all know that Adar. You all saw that. You saw what that full moon was. It was on Adar the 2nd on the 14th day. So in the month of Aviv, in the year of 2016, that fell from April to May, the full moon fell on the 14th day. When we look at Ziv or Ziv, which is the 2nd month of the Most High calendar, which fell in the month of May to June, the full moon fell on the 15th day. Okay, and when we get to the 3rd month, known as Zivan, that fell in the month of June to July, and that full moon fell on the 14th day. Okay, and the summer solstice fell on the 15th day. Okay, take this now time to pause your screen, because I was so happy to find this. I didn't know what to do. So you can see what I'm talking about. And that full moon fell on day 6 of the Most High week. This formula format comes from the prophet Ezekiel. Click on the calendar link to get the Bible verse or the chapter. But if you can't find it, I believe it's in Ezekiel chapter 46. Okay, I'm just so happy to find it so you can see how you have 4 full moons occurring within the spring season, and it usually is only 3. Okay, for for the year of 2016. Okay, because when you look at the moon's circuit or year, you will only have about 12, but because the Father had the heavens to produce an extra moon 7 times in 19 years, we you will have 13 months. Okay, so if you add up all the moons you have in 19 years, you will have a total of 235 instead of 228. Okay, now the next place I take you to, now we're on to this summary sheet here, because now you want to see how the 19 years start all over again. Okay, so from the year of 1999 2000 to 2018 to 2019, these are the 19 years. Okay, these are the 19 years that the moon would appear 7 times, and then it would start all over again. And when I was keeping record of this, my brothers and sisters, I noticed that how it start off, when you go back and you're keeping up with time, 358, 358, then 3. So in the next 19 year cycle, it'd be 583, 583, and I think it is an odd number, 5. So when the next 19 years start, it start 835, 835, then 8, and then it start again. In the next 19 years, it start 358, 358, 3. So this is why you will see the 358 cycle overlapping into the 19 years, because we have we don't have, what's the number I'm looking for? With 19 years, you're going to have an odd number. So you're going to have the 358 cycle overlapping in the 19 years. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Let me go higher. So this 19-year cycle started in 1999-2000 to 2018-2019. So notice here that within this time period, I don't have that full sheet. I might need to go to that full sheet. Let me see if I have the link to it. I'm going to click on this, y'all. Let me click on this so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. When we look at this year, from the year 2000, and my computer's moving slow, so bear with it. Notice that here, where I say right here, this cycle begins with 8, okay, in the year of 1999-2000, okay. And notice in the year of 2000 to 2001, the 358 cycle started over again, so that's year 1, okay. I'm going to scroll down slowly so you can see what I'm talking about. Then when we look at 2002 to 2003, that's cycle 3. So there's an extra moon there. When we look at the year of 2004 to 2005, that's cycle 5. Okay, we're going to scroll down further. When we look at the year of 2007 to 2008, that's cycle 8. And we know as we keep scrolling, you'll see the 358 repeating until we get to the year of 2018 to 2019, and it ended in cycle 3, which giving us 19 years. Okay, let me go back and count all the way up. If I do my math right, when I'm looking at the time, we get 19 years. So we ended on cycle 3. Therefore, when we look at the year of 2019, I have to go back. When we look at the year of 2019 to 2020, that's year 4. Do you see what I'm saying? So when it starts over again, we will have an overlapping of 358, 358, but it won't end. It would not end perfectly. Okay. So when we begin the year of 2019 to 2020 to 2038 to 20-2039, when we're looking at a 19-year course, and that's how I'm doing it. I'm adding 19 years to the year of 2019 to 2020. When we're looking at that 19-year cycle, when it begins and ends, okay? In that 19 years, the moon will appear. There will be an extra moon produced 7 times, okay? And what I will do, I'm going to go back over my sheet to make sure I have the correct year when it started, okay? So we can see, because if you add 19 years to 1999, you'll get the year of 2018. But add 19 years to the year 2000, you get 2019. So I probably need to go back and make sure I have that correct for y'all. But I want you to understand the idea, the concept of what Yahuwah was saying unto us through his prophet Enoch. What he's saying is the moon in the moon circuit of 19 years. In that 19 years, the moon will produce an extra moon 7 times. Okay, this is how we get Adar 2, the 13th month. Okay, and after that 19 years is completed, that cycle starts all over again, and it does it 7 more times. Whether it's 358, 3583, or whether it's 583, 5835, or whether it's 853, 8538, or again start back over 358, 3583. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying unto you. Okay, it's gonna complete it in 19 years, and we're gonna see 7 extra moons. And the greatest example we have here, when Earth, let me see, can I go back to it? I don't think I can go back to it. Hold on, y'all. Let me see, can I go to it? I'm gonna put you on pause again. So when we go back to this article, you mean to do this? Anyway, we go back to this article of Earthside. We have the proof and the evidence, okay? And we understand what this article is talking about now. What is basically saying that we typically don't have 4 full moons to occur in a season, which is spring. That's not the typical norm, okay? It's not. All right. So I hope that this word bring you understanding of what the prophet Enoch says. I hope it does, my brothers and sisters. If you don't understand still, seek Yah. What the word tells us. If we seek, we shall find. If we ask in the name of Yahusha HaMashyach, it shall be given unto us. If we knock, and the door shall be opened unto us. These things come by the Spirit. The Spirit of Yah, who is the Messiah, who is the Comforter. He is the seed that dwells in our bowels. He is the one that can unlock the understanding. He is the one that can give you the wisdom of Yah. Is he not the fountain of many waters? When you study his name in the Hebrew letters, when you look at each letter, what they mean and represent who he is. But he is the second at Adam. He set the example of what the bride in the 144 shall become. Greatest mystery that we understand. So we can't get knowledge, wisdom, understanding by books. No, it comes by his spirit. That's what you need. As written in 1 John chapter 2, verse 27, and the book of John in chapter 14, chapter 15, chapter 16. These things come by spirit. Look at what took place with the apostles, which are his disciples in the book of Luke. Those who have a copy of Mary Magdalene testimony of him, you will see what I'm talking about. These things come by spirit. All right. Make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 8. Make sure the people are baptized by the water and by the Spirit in the name of Yahusha HaMashyach. For the Lamb set an example of these things, as his disciples, who are his apostles, continue them both. And it has not stopped, because the word tells us what? There's 3 witnesses in the heaven, and there's 3 witnesses in the earth. And the earth is the second witness. And the earth and the water can give testimony and testify to the Father as a witness, and saying they had entered into the covenant that the Lamb had established for us. Because we are in the 4th beast kingdom, known as Rome. And my brother is ruling, who is Esau. And he hates us. He hates Jacob and his lineage. Okay? Therefore, he has had stumbling blocks. So we can't not keep the original covenant. Therefore, y'all made an excellent way, a better way, so we can keep the covenant until the what is yet to come. To understand what is yet to come, read the prophets' writings. They tell you what's going to be in the new heaven and new earth. Ezekiel, Isaiah, all his prophets tells you. Zechariah. Do not be deceived by these heathens who don't have no understanding about the law, who want to classify everything under the law and don't have no understanding, because the law existed in heaven first and it came to the earth and it existed since the beginning. Read the book of Genesis. There are instructions for Adam, Israelites and Gentiles. See, the Father is the same, but they don't understand the mystery of how we keep these things, because we are under the Messiah, and the Messiah is the high priest, and through him we are able to keep these things. Through him we are able to cross every T and dot every I until the what is to come. A mystery that many do not understand. All right, I done said enough. Shalom, and I love you all.